Probably.
Okay. Test. So, we have been in Nashville now for about 2 hours. And I may not need to say this, because you may already know it, but if you're planning on coming on the Cape Girardeau to Nashville flight on a Friday night, you can expect that there to be a large group of people who are coming to Nashville to have a good time. The airplane was full of, shall we say, lively people. And once I arrived, once I went into the quiet Joseph Luxury Hotel and came back out and emerged into the downtown area, I think I found those people and all 1 million of their relatives and friends. It's been a very loud, very boisterous scene down Broadway. If that's what you want to do, this is the place to come do it. We've been to Vegas. Do you think this is louder or quieter than Vegas?
I know they're calling it Nash Vegas,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
It's very similar. It's very similar with the amount of people walking, live music coming out of 17 places.
Well, I think what Las Vegas has is it was probably the Strip was more built for that, and this wasn't. So
it just sort of became that.
Yeah.
So, not saying there's anything wrong with that. I've been known to sing a Garth Brooks song every once in a while myself, but
lots of boots.
That's the scene. That's what you're going to get if
Bring
you
your
come to
boots.
Nashville. Yeah, Mrs. Carnes wishes she had brought her white boots.
I wish I had.
There seems to be a lot of bachelorette parties and such going on here, and everyone's having a really good time.
See a John Deere in the middle of a city. You know you're in Nashville.
Nothing runs like a deer.
Elevator.
We just stumbled into the Hampton Social. We're going to go up to the rooftop and have
I think it's got shiplap.
Have a little cocktail. Yeah, shiplap.
On the elevator.
Oh.
It's cute.
Where is
Joanne?
Chip.
Chip.
Is Chip around here somewhere?
Joanne and Chip.
Chip. He's so charming.
He is.
Swan Vaughn.
Mine is so cute. It tastes good too. Food good?
Very good.
New friends that just subscribed. So thank you, new friends that just subscribed in Nashville.
Can we make a video?
I just said that. I was like, thank you, new friends. Thank you, new friends. Thank you. We love our subscribers. Thank you.
You guys have a good night.
Have a great night.
Watch the other video now.
There you go. All right, now I'm on you.
So we've been walking around. We stopped. We had a cocktail at the the Hampton Social.
Yeah.
Very nice cocktail. We just met some
new subscribers
on the corner of the street here. We're having a really good night.
Look what we got, Clint. We came back in our room and look what's here. Macaroons, Mr. Clint Carnes. Open your card. Open your card. Open your card. What's it say?
It says.
Who do you think it's from? Me?
Oh.
I think it's from me. You sent me something last time.
It says, Mr. Clint Carnes, thank you for selecting the Joseph Hotel, a luxury collect in Nashville. We noticed when you checked in that your wife was absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and we thought she would enjoy these macaroons. Please let us know how we may further enhance your stay and enjoy Nashville at its most refined.
What does it really say? It's not what it says.
Just that.
You're such a liar.
Warmest regards, Mark Yankee, General Manager. So we got back to the room, and I took off my shoes, and Mrs. Carnes wanted to go somewhere, and I said, I can't go somewhere. I just took my shoes off. And she said, you can go barefoot. I said, I can't go barefoot.
Because I want to go to the pool.
I have my Friday socks on.
And I
she
said, what are Friday socks?
So these are the socks that I wear every Friday. It's my little celebration that I've made it through the end of another week to wear these multicolored socks every Friday. Do you do weird things like that, or am I the only one? Leave us a comment below. I can't remember if I told you all why we were in Nashville this weekend, but we're actually going to the SEMO football game tomorrow, and we have probably 5 or 6 different videos on our channel. We're going to link that above right here. For the videos that we've done about former SEMO football, we are huge boosters and supporters. We're hoping the Red Hawks can continue to be undefeated in OVC play tomorrow. Check out our videos ahead. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, the Joseph Hotel, Luxury Hotel.
Those were luxurious. Breakfast.
Sausage and wild mushroom omelet.
That looks really good.
And this is fish and grits.
This is fish and grits, yeah. It was a fried trout with a cheddar grit.
For that.
And it's got a little salad thing on the top. I think it looks delicious. It's got some kind of a, what was that called? Caribbean. Some kind of chili.
Calabrian chili sauce.
Calabrian chili sauce. Okay, and what's this?
Never seen this hot sauce before.
I've never seen this one either.
It's like it's an Italian hot sauce.
Oh, it's an Italian hot sauce. Interesting. This looks really yummy. I'll report back later.
So I'm standing here in front of all these wine bottles. I think we figured up there were about 700 wine bottles, these 2 racks that we have here inside the restaurant at Milan. They are a 2-star wine spectator award-winning restaurant. And they told us last night at dinner that they're trying to work on getting the 3rd glass, which means they need to have 1,000 different kinds of wine to be able to sell. They just don't have the space. They're trying to work on the space to do it. So they have a large selection, mostly Italian, but I was very impressed with the wine that we had at dinner last night during the sampling. So check the one out if you're in downtown Nashville. I usually give you a rental car update when we go on one of these little trips. Once again, I ordered a mid-size SUV, and this is what I got. Vroom, vroom.
The football game isn't until this evening, so we decide to go out for a little more exploring of downtown Nashville. No trip to Nashville is complete until you've sampled some of Nashville's hot chicken, so we set out to find the iconic Hattie B's Hot Chicken.
There is a line, I don't know.
When you come to Nashville, one of the things you have to do is get some Nashville hot chicken. The thing of this place is called Hattie B's on Broadway. There were about 500 people in line over there. So we came into the food court right behind it and came to Prince's Nashville Chicken. So this is our first bite of this. It's good. I got 2x hot. The hottest is 3x hot. And that's just about right. You can feel the heat. It's got a good, nice, deep flavor to it. The chicken is very crispy. It's a really good sandwich.
With hot chicken checked off our list, we walked around to see what else Nashville had to offer.
Where are you off to?
Mrs. Cars and me are off to Nissan Stadium to root on the Red Hawks against Tennessee State. Go Red Hawks.
Think you're
in the right spot?
Hello friends, we are just back from Nissan Stadium after watching our Southeast Missouri State Redhawks put a 42-0 shellacking on Eddie George's Tennessee State Tigers. Nissan Stadium is a cool place to watch the game. Mrs. Carnes went down on the field. You know, I think she used her press pass or something to get down there right at where the action was. But we had a great time. We learned a little fact while we were there about our hotel that we're staying at here at the Joseph. So this is the team hotel for the Tennessee Titans. This is where the Titans stay the night before they have a game. Usually NFL teams they won't stay at home. They'll get together for a team. They'll do meetings, and even if they're playing a home game, they'll all stay together somewhere. And the Joseph is the team hotel for the Tennessee Titans. So we are staying in the Tennessee Titans team hotel. Isn't that cool? I thought it was. So, did you like going down on the field, Mrs. Carnes?
I loved going down on the field. It was lots of fun. It was much bigger when you got down on the field than it looked from up in the suite. Yeah, everything was bigger. The field was bigger. The people were bigger. There's some big people down there too. Yeah, it was louder. The band sounded better, and the band was awesome. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to go.
Well, special thanks to Carlos and Pam Vargas, and Dr. Vargas was kind enough to invite us. Brady Barkey and Nate Severino put a hospitality out for us. It was a great way to watch the game from one of the suites. But Mrs. Carnes, I think
food was great. Everything was great.
Food was great. The chocolate cake should be outlawed because it's too good. But no, it was a great time.
Here we are this morning.
Have a little breakfast before we get back on the plane. And
we're hoping for a scone.
Civilization. She's going to get a scone. If we don't get a scone, that may be the end of Mrs. Carnes and me.
We may have to stay. Maybe we won't get a scone. I can stay. Check back later and find out about the scone. So I'm having a chai scone. Never had a chai scone before. It's pretty good. Got a little glaze on it. No clotted cream though. What are you having?
The blueberry. I'm saving it for dessert.
Way over there. Frank's gonna eat it.
BNA, and a couple of observations that we've had through our little interaction with the airport this morning. I know we're flying back home on a Sunday, and Sunday is a return travel day for a lot of people, especially I think from Nashville. A lot of people come into town for the weekends, and so you're going to see a ton of people flying back out. How many people do you think were in the security line, Mrs. Carnes?
A bunch.
500?
At least.
500 people waiting to go through security. We have clear TSA pre-check, so in essence, we walked straight up. We waited 60 seconds. We went up, we did our thing, we got our pass. They pushed us through in front of all the TSA pre-check people who were waiting in line. And so this is one of the times that I think it's absolutely worth every penny to have clear.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yes, definitely.
So if you're coming to Nashville on one of these weekend morning return home flights, expect a big crowd. The cars were lined up on the entrance about 50 deep to pull off of the interstate into the exit. There's a lot of people here on a Sunday morning at B&A. But we got right through. We're going to wait just a few minutes here before we get on our flight and head back to Cape Girardeau. Hello friends, we are back from the 29-minute flight that we've taken in the last few days from Nashville to Cape Girardeau. We were just sort of talking a little bit. We thought we'd capture this on camera so that you all could get our thoughts about our inaugural Contour Airlines flight experience. I think of just a couple of things that are negative and a couple of things that are positive. So it's kind of a mixed bag. So the positives are is that I thought that the hard product was on time. I thought that it was the flight attendants were unbelievably nice, and they served us a little drink and a little snack on a 29-minute flight, which we talked about. We've been on much longer flights before, not gotten anything before. So I thought the Contour people that I encountered were very nice.
Right. I would agree with that.
I like the service staff. The product, the only negative about the hard product in my mind is that, and I'm a 2XL guy, that seat is 20 inches wide and it is tight. It may be the tightest airline seat that I've ever been on. Other negative that I sort of got the feeling throughout this whole process is that this airline is trying to find its niche in some ways, I believe.
Yeah.
I've tried to sign onto their app multiple times and have not been able to. I bought my tickets online. I actually checked in as a guest on the app today, and it pulled my boarding ticket up and allowed me to have it on my phone. When you get to the airport, they had a very nice young man that was the check-in agent, but you go through the airport and you leave out of a gate that says it's a Frontier gate. There are no identifying signs that says this is a Contour gate. There's no TV screen there like there are on the other gates. So it just sort of has the feeling of this sort of discount airline. Now, it's a 29-minute flight. It's convenient. I'm going to be home in like 7 minutes after I land. So if you're wanting to just go from Cape to Nashville,
it's great,
and party your head off like the other 1 million people that we ran into while we were there, that would be a very, very good thing for you to do.
Yeah.
The other thing that, as I've been talking about this a little bit and doing a little bit of exploring, is about how do we utilize this for future travel plans? How do we take the flight from Cape to Nashville, and then what do we do from there if we're going to go somewhere? You can fly on American and check your bag to your final destination with Contour, but American only has, I believe, 7 non-stop destinations out of Nashville. They connect up with all the American hubs. So unless you're flying to one of those hubs, you're going to have to connect again, and that could be for a kind of a long travel day, honestly. So I'm sure that we will entertain flying it again.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Entertain it. We'll see if it works for us.
And try it again. But it was not a horrible, terrible experience. Please don't take it that way. And maybe I'm become a nitpicking.
Yeah.
Have I?
A little bit. I think a little bit.
I have to keep my journalistic integrity on these videos and tell you the truth. It was more positive than it was negative.
I thought so. Yeah.
So we'll leave it with that. But thank you for joining us on this weekend getaway that we had to Nashville. We got to hang out with some really cool people yesterday and watch the Red Hawks absolutely obliterate Tennessee State 42-0. We got to see Geno Hess break the all-time rushing record at SEMO, which is a historic event. I was kind of happy to be able to see that.
And it was the first time they'd done nothing to nothing, wasn't it, in a good while?
Nothing to nothing?
Well,
okay. Let me rephrase what she's saying. It was the first OVC shutout that SEMO has had since 2016. They did not allow Tennessee State to score any points, and that's largely thanks to 2 field goals hitting the upright.
Yeah.
Which were kind of funking.
And what are the chances of that? I mean, wow.
We got to stay at a wonderful hotel, the Joseph.
That's awesome.
Boy, I'd almost fly back down to Nashville just to hang out at the Joseph.
True.
You can tell when you've been to places and the staff exhibits a level of professionalism and service that goes above and beyond. That's what we saw at the Joseph.
Very much.
They remembered our names.
Yeah. When we come down
We
for
went back.
breakfast
We had
for
dinner there Friday night. We went back in Saturday night and had a nightcap. And the sommelier and our host came over and talked to us and said, "Welcome back. How was your dinner last night? Thanks again." And everywhere you went, they called you by name.
Yeah.
And I think that was a
Pretty cool.
very, very cool touch. So we enjoyed that with a great chef's tasting and a wine pairing. So thank you for tuning in on this weekend getaway of Mrs. Carnes and me. We're going to have a few more weekend getaways.
We are.
Hopefully here very soon. So if you have not subscribed, take a minute and subscribe.
Please.
And if you enjoyed this, or if it was helpful, or if you're just feeling sorry for me and you want to, hit that big like button. Give us a big fat thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. But we want to thank you for watching. We truly are living the good life.
We are.
Thanks for watching Mrs. Carnes and me. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks.
Ready, ladies?